Yo, what's up? This is Jackal with episode 1 of my new podcast, whatever you want to call it, Jackal's Picks. Basically, I talk about MMA, martial arts. My background is karate. I did karate for years. Moved on to kickboxing, a bit of Muay Thai. And I still love martial arts. I'm also a musician and dancer. I've competed internationally in popping battles and stuff like that. But I'm quite interested in mindset stuff and like just what it takes to, perform under pressure. I like exploring that kind of stuff, but I'll talk about anything with anyone as long as you're not like a hard out troll or anything. I'm just trying to come with a original, different angle from a Kiwi's perspective in New Zealand, Central North Island, and this is the show, episode 1. And initially we're going to go over UFC 313 and my basic picks. I never really have too strong a feeling about one fighter or the other. I respect all fighters for getting in there and putting their bodies on the line and all that kind of stuff. But we'll get into UFC 313 I'll give you my picks and we'll go from there. So the first fight is Mauricio Rufy and King Green. I like King Green. I like Mauricio Rufy as well. From what I've seen, pretty exciting fighters. King Green, I just like his style. A lot of people give him a bit of hate for calling himself King Green, whatever. But I do think I see that he's an underdog, betting underdog going into this card. I do think he's possibly gonna take it. Mauricio Rufy is on fire and I really like his fights. Exciting. He's got knockout power in the right hand, and from what I've seen, like especially the Fighting Nerds, they're a good team, so he's going to be hard to beat, and I can totally understand why why Green is the underdog. But I do feel like he's an underdog in a lot of fights, and he does play a good spoiler. So as far as a wild card on the card, I'd say he's one of them. I don't know if I'll bet because I haven't got much money at the moment, but I got a feeling like King Green might take it. He might just, I don't know, I've got a feeling about it. Maybe I'm wrong, and if you think I'm full of shit, just leave a comment, all good. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but we'll see, I guess. Rufy is explosive and fast, but I think for me it comes down to that too. Like, has King Green still got that speed? Because he's got those low hands, and he's in and out, and he's just good. I think his experience might help him out here. So that's sort of the wild card. I'm kind of picking Green, but only just. And the next fight, Yasmin Lucindo against Amanda Lemos. That's a tough one. Lucindo is had some good fights. She seems young. I don't know how much younger she is. I think I might go with Lemos. I've liked some of Lucinda's fights. Lemos is hard to pick though, because I don't know, she just seems a little inconsistent. Like sometimes she turns up and does really well, and then other times she just doesn't, she's been held down on the ground for ages and stuff like that. But I feel like if she's on, I think she might take it, or the young up and comer might win. But I'm gonna pick Lemos on that fight. It's just my mum calling. Next fight we've got Inacio Bermudez versus Jalen Turner, and Bermudez is good. I like him. I think he's got wicked skills. He's fast, good movement. I just think Jalen Turner might take it with his speed and accuracy, and he's just like done really well. In saying that, I saw someone else, I think it was on Dan Hardy's podcast, talking about how in Bahamondez's losses, he's still looked really good and still like really carried on fighting. It's a good point. But yeah, I feel like Jalen Turner's gonna maybe get him with accuracy and just land some really. He's got like deceptive power for a tall, skinny guy. Yeah, just my opinion. I think Jalen Turner might get it. That one's iffy though. I'm pretty 50-50 on it. I might go 52% Jalen Turner, 48% Bahamondez. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. But I think that one could be a sleeper. Like the war that Jalen Turner had with Dan Hooker was pretty awesome. He showed toughness. So I don't know, if Bahamondez doesn't sort of land a finishing shot, I just think Jalen Turner's going to get it with toughness and accuracy. I'm not sure which one's the underdog, but yeah, we'll see. What else we got? Then we go to the two main events on the card. We've got Justin Gaethje versus Fiziev. Yeah, this one's a tough one. Watching the last one, I was it was a barn burner, on the edge of your seat sort of stuff. Both of them, obviously Justin Gaethje does what he does. He's a warrior. But I mean, so is Fiziev. It's a tough pick. Again, I'm kind of like, if I had to pick, I don't know. It depends how Justin Gaethje comes back, and I believe this is another short notice fight for Fiziev as well. And it was pretty close, the last fight. It was pretty much razor close. When I watched it last time, there was just something about Fiziev, like he seemed like he was a little bit faster and a bit more explosive and was throwing harder. But as the fight went on, I felt like Justin Gaethje's movement and his maturity, you know, like sort of started to come into play, because he just seemed to use his fight IQ or something, you know. But while watching it, I was after the first round, I was actually expecting Fiziev to come through and pull it off. But Justin Gaethje is tough as nails, obviously, and yeah, carried on, and I think he kind of used his fight IQ to win that last fight. Yeah, and he just made Fiziev miss. It's hard to say, because depends how Fiziev comes back, and how prepared he is as well. So that's a tough one to pick. I'm kind of been on the fence, haven't really made up my mind. But if I had to pick one, that's a tough one. I'd say maybe I don't know about that one. Yeah, I'll say Fiziev. I'll say Fiziev just. I'll say he edges it. But yeah, gotta eat my words, because I actually think Justin Gaethje might do it as well. But yeah, I'm pretty 50-50 on that one. That one's a tough one to call. But I'll say Fiziev. And the main event, obviously Anklaev and Alex Pereira. Yeah, I would probably go with the herd on that one and maybe pick Alex Pereira. Depends. You see a lot of stuff like DC talking about Alex being flying around the world and all that kind of thing. That's quite interesting. That may have an effect, you know, jet lag and all that kind of stuff. But I believe he's been taking like a 8-person team with him around the place, so he's probably been training the whole time. Will the jet lag have an effect? I don't know. There's a little bit of time before the fight, but yeah, I get DC's point. But yeah, I still think Alex is going to get him. But I do see Anklaev possibly throwing some throwing a head kick, because his head kicks are really good, really quick. For a big man, he's pretty quick. Everyone's saying that if Anklaev doesn't take him down, then he's going to lose the fight. Yeah, that's tricky, but I do think that if Alex doesn't sort of knock him out fairly quickly, Anklaev may land a head kick, because he's quick with his kicks. But in saying that, I do think Pereira will win. I will go with the herd, because I think he'll just kick the shit out of his leg and, like, you know, slow him down, like, so he's not as mobile. But Anklaev means business. There's the Ramadan thing where he can't eat during the day. Again, I heard Dan Hardy talking about how he's interested in that and thinks that it could even be like a mental advantage for Anklaev just to go through that kind of hardship, and just being in that state with a hardened mind. It could be an advantage for him, so that's a point. But yeah, I do think Alex Pereira is going to get it. So those are my picks for UFC 313. And yeah, this is episode 1, so, you know, obviously I'm kind of a nobody in the MMA space or whatever. I just haven't seen many good Kiwi commentators. Like, we're a pretty hard left sort of liberal country here, and I kind of notice the media, the New Zealand media is sort of along those lines a bit. I'm no right-wing nationalist or anything like that either. I'm not a redneck. You know, I get into music. I'm a musician and a dancer. If you want to check out some funky music, check out my page, which is Jackal NZ, JACKALNZ. Yeah, so I kind of want to come with just a fresh angle on Kiwi MMA. You know, not seeing any kind of, you know, I don't know, not getting involved in any politics or anything like that really. But I will talk about anything. I try to keep an open mind on stuff. But yeah, I love MMA and I'll talk about anything. So this is also kind of a reach out if anyone wants to have some conversations about fights, or you know, and just get on and talk about stuff, and in particular goals. I have goals of my own, and yeah, I guess this is kind of one of them. I thought, oh well, I've been thinking about trying to do an MMA thing for ages, so I thought I'll just do it. And yeah, and this is me. This is the very basic show, episode 1, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll do a recap, and you know, maybe I'm wrong on my picks, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I generally don't really bet on the fights. Every now and then I do. I'm up in New Zealand, it's TAB. I am actually up from doing a few, like, really small bets, but I generally don't put any decent money on anyone. I don't throw my money away. But yeah, I just come with a fresh angle. I'm into comedy as well. Yeah, and it'd be good to conversate and reach out and possibly interview or just have some conversations with some other either fighters or just other MMA journalists or anything. So I'm open to whatever. Hit me up. My email's jackalnz@gmail.com, I think. But yeah, it's in the description. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day and a lead up to this fight. I'm kind of excited of this fight card. I'm excited for it. As that noise you can hear is the rain coming down. I'm just doing this from my sort of crappy home studio, and yeah, just trying to start something up. So yeah, peace y'all. Churr from New Zealand.